Welcome back. The 2026 academic year officially gets underway today across Namibia, marking a fresh start for learners, parents and educators alike. It's a time filled with excitement, anticipation and new possibilities, especially for our youngest learners who are laying the foundation for their educational journey. Now, to help us unpack what this new academic year brings, I'm joined by a primary school educator, Monise Cia Kabuwana, who will be sharing insight into life in the classroom, her journey as a teacher, and what parents should keep in mind as their children head back to school. As we look ahead to 2026, it's also a chance to celebrate the passion and dedication of teachers who play such a vital role in shaping young minds. Cia, good evening and welcome.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Well, just to start off with, how does it feel like, being back in the swing of things for this 2026 academic year as it officially began today?
I'm glad. I was sleeping a little bit too much. I'm ready to, I was ready to see those little faces today. You know, I was a bit excited, but it's a bit chaotic, but it's going to settle down soon.
Well, as I mentioned, you're a primary school teacher, and specifically you teach grade 1s. What makes working with children of this age so special?
It's the fact that they absorb everything that you do and that you say. So you really have the platform to impart. They become your little minions. They literally start acting like teacher, And the thing is, if you really work diligently, you will make such an impact because they're only as good as you, as the effort that you put into them. So I think for me is that absorption, them coming in and then at the end of the year, you're like, what? This is Tom or this is Sarah now?
Such a different person that came in here January, fresh from nowhere.
Crying and holding on to the mom and, and now there's this little confident person, walking out and that, and you look back and you're like, wow, I did that. I played such a big role to this. So,
That's so beautiful. What would you say is the most, exciting part of your job as a primary school teacher?
The exciting part, the hugs, the hugs, the kisses, the fact that they see you as this person, everything, especially grade 1. Everything teacher says goes. Everything. You can't, if teacher, and so that also with teachers now, if you also mispronounce something and the child goes home and the parent corrects, they're like, no, teacher said so. So it's that everything that teacher says goes. It's the way they are just around you and the way they just love you. I think it's just that love and seeing those little faces, they really, really motivate you to do better and also just make the change, and impart.
Take us back to the beginning of your journey and becoming an educator. You told me that you've been doing this for 8 years now, so that's no small feat, almost a decade, coming up. What inspired you to choose this career path to start with?
The inspiration came behind me being good with children. I've always had a passion for children. It came, with a family, staying with my nieces and nephews. I always had this, I was also always very responsible and I just loved children. I am very good with them. I know how to nurture them. So being an educator or choosing, that career path, it wasn't so far-fetched for me. It was something because I love to speak. I love to speak. And in the classroom, it's a different one. We speak, we jump, and I'm already a bubbly person. I love, I'm trying to tone it down now. But in the classroom, they get to experience me fully. So. It was not something that was too difficult for me. And you know what, also, I always wanted to be a teacher that I had, because I grew up in Okahanya, so I was at Jegie van der Walt that time when it was still a combined school.
Right.
And I had wonderful teachers. Oh my goodness. I came from the farm, I didn't know how to speak Afrikaans, or English. And the way they molded me, the way they made me confident. I read novels in grade 3. They just, oh my goodness. So I always wanted to be that type of teacher for my children. So now God has given me the platform to be that for them.
From your experience, Cia, why is primary education such a critical stage in a child's, overall school career?
It's very critical because this is the foundation.
Yeah.
This is where you lay and you cement the foundation. If this phase, especially, you know, grade 0 to 3, if it's not laid properly, the child really struggles throughout. And because now we don't want to just think of the children that are fast, that will learn to navigate and learn to, you know, cope and keep up, but, you know, really setting that foundation for them is just very,
Very important.
very, very, very important.
Yeah, yeah. As learners return to classrooms today and tomorrow, because some schools started today, some only tomorrow.
Yeah.
But as they're returning to classrooms, what are some of the key things that, you know, parents should be focusing on, Cia, when preparing their children for the 2026 academic year?
I think parents should really be involved, you know.
I see teachers lament that all the time. Involvement, involvement, involvement.
Because I think as parents, sometimes you're so, you know, caught up in your own life and in things that are that have to do with you. You forget that your presence means everything to this one. You know, be involved with the school, be involved with the teachers. Discipline. Oh my goodness. That is a problem. That is something that I think
even in grade 1.
Even in grade 1. Some teachers are crying because you're grade 1, you know, and the parents are like, how can...
Yeah.
But sometimes discipline, honestly. If parents can just work hand in hand with the teachers and discipline the children at home so that when they come to class, we do what we're supposed to do. We teach. You know, it's not every day when you're going to be a motivational talk, a speaker, and when you have to now discipline. Sometimes it's crunch time. It's time to work. It's time to get that in. So if parental involvement, check the homework, you know, and be consistent and also discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline.
So send disciplined children to school, please.
Send disciplined children to school.
Yeah.
Send disciplined children to school if you want good results.
Yeah, yeah.
If your child is rowdy, what results do you expect? The child doesn't respect the books. They don't want to work. They don't respect the teacher. They disrupt the other children that come to school. What results do you want? And then when I call you as the parent, you're telling me, sorry, I'm going to switch. I'm also tired of Pete.
Yeah,
now, if you're telling me you're tired, what should I do? You know, I'm here for the Namibian child. Hi, guys.
I saw a TikTok yesterday where a teacher was going around, because of course teachers went back to school a little bit earlier to prepare for, you know, children coming back to school today. So she was interviewing her colleagues saying, are you excited for Monday? Monday's coming, the kids are coming back to school. And a lot of teachers said, no, we're not excited at all. We're more nervous than anything. And one of the teachers actually mentioned that, you know, the start of the year, the beginning of the year, that's the first and the last time that you could see a parent. So you'll see them on that day and not again. So your emphasis on you know, being involved is so important. Yeah.
Those are things that we encounter, you know, yearly. But yeah, we hope and we pray that parents will improve.
Yeah. What are your hopes for this year, for the 2026 academic year? Of course, there's a lot of planning that goes into teaching as well. You just don't do it haphazardly. So what do you look forward to with your new bundles of joys?
Okay, so because I've now been thrown a little bit into a not so comfortable zone for me, for the past 7 years, I taught an English class. So now they said, what qualification do you have? Afrikaans. I have to teach Afrikaans first language. So this year will require me to really stretch myself and put in the work, because it's Afrikaans teaching and speaking. It's not the same, you know.
Yes.
So I really want to try my level best, because I also have now most of the children in my current class are not Afrikaans speaking, you know, because of the space issue. You know, the classes are overcrowded, so they don't speak Afrikaans. So now I was also once upon a time in that position whereby I went to school in the north. Yeah, I was everywhere around Namibia. I was in Ongwediva, and then I had to learn Oshikwanyama from scratch.
Wow.
But I passed it because my teacher was very diligent, very diligent woman, that one. So that is what I need to do, and I have to do, and I want to do for my little ones.
So you've got this.
I've got this with God, because I can't do it on my own.
On your own. Just lastly, Cia, a message you have of encouragement not only to learners but parents alike as we embark on the 2026 academic year?
I would just say you're doing good. You're doing good. We're proud of you, but a little bit more, you know, especially with junior primary. Put in the work, especially in the beginning of the work, and then later on it will it will flow. Put in work with reading. Create a reading culture at home. It's crucial. You know, people, I can't stress that enough. I think the minister mentioned that last year. It is a pandemic, the reading. So if I can encourage parents, and learners, you're doing well, but we believe we can do better. There's always room to improve. There's
like
always room. Now I'm waiting for you to
improve.
There's always room to improve. And you know, not even the sky is our limit. So we've got this.
Yeah.
We've got this. We've got this. You've got this. You can do it. You can be a diligent parent, diligent teacher, diligent child. You know, ask God for guidance. And I believe God has equipped us. We have excellent minds. Because we serve an excellent God.
Yes, sound minds.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I believe this is going to be like our minister. He was at my school this morning. Yes.
Okay.
Like our deputy minister said, this is a year of success. You will be successful. If you believe it, so shall it be.
Thank you so much for being here and all the best with this year.
Thank you so much for having me.
And the Afrikaans. Thank you.
All right.